For this experiment, what you will need is a measuring cylinder, and you can see that I've already started to measure out copper sulphate, but this will be used for different liquids. It'll be rinsed out, washed in between. You will also need a polystyrene cup. You will need a thermometer, a spatula and a stirring rod. We don't stir mixtures with a spatula, we use a stirring rod. You can see the thermometer there will be placed into the beaker, like so. We have to be careful with the polystyrene cup because it can tip over. So we have to be holding the thermometer in there each time. The first experiment asks you to measure out 25 centimetre cubed of copper sulphate, which I have already. And you're adding to that iron filings, and it asks you to add 2 spatulas of iron filings. So I've got two spatulas of iron filings going into my polystyrene cup. On your table, it asks you to record the temperature before and after. Now I've got the thermometer in the copper sulphate, and at the moment that is reading 12 degrees. So that's your initial temperature. What I will then do is I will pour the copper sulphate into the iron filings, stir with a stirring rod, so it's reacting. And now put my thermometer in there and see what my final temperature will be. You will record either the lowest temperature it goes down to or the highest temperature it goes up to. And I'm hoping you can see the red line rising, and the highest temperature that is going up to is 19 degrees. So that's your second temperature, or your final temperature, for experiment 1. For this next experiment, we've got 25 centimetre cubed of sulphuric acid, which I've already measured out into the measuring cylinder with my thermometer in there ready to take the temperature. I've got my polystyrene cup and I've got my piece of magnesium here. The temperature of the acid is 16 degrees, so that's your first temperature. And if I pour that into the polystyrene cup, give it a quick stir, you can hear it fizzing. You should be able to tell me what gas is being given off there. And the temperature on the thermometer has risen up to 23 degrees. The next experiment is 25 centimetre cubed of water, which I have in this measuring cylinder already, again with my thermometer. And to that you are going to add 3 spatulas of ammonium nitrate. 3 spatulas of ammonium nitrate into our cup. So I will put the 3 spatulas of ammonium nitrate into the cup. The thermometer reading on the water is 16 degrees, and I'm going to add the water to the ammonium nitrate. Give it a quick stir with the stirring rod. And then put the thermometer in. And the reading on the thermometer now is 12 degrees. So that's experiment C. So the next experiment asks you to add 25 centimetre cubed of hydrochloric acid to 25 centimetre cubed of sodium hydroxide. Now the sodium hydroxide is also a liquid this time, so it doesn't matter which liquid you actually take the temperature of. And then we're going to pour them both into the polystyrene cup and take the final temperature, whether it's going up or down. So the temperature of the acid at the moment is 12 degrees. And then I'll mix them together and I will put the thermometer in. There's my acid, there's my alkali, my thermometer goes in, and hopefully you can see again it's rising. That's going up to 29 degrees. So the next one is 25 centimetre cubed of ethanoic acid, which I've already measured out into my measuring cylinder, and 3 spatulas of sodium carbonate. So I'll put the 3 spatulas of sodium carbonate into the beaker. Check the temperature of the acid, which is 16 degrees. Add it to the sodium carbonate, a reaction, you can hear the fizzing. And then when I put the thermometer back into the solution, the temperature is now 15 degrees. Final experiment is 25 centimetre cubed of hydrochloric acid, which I've got in the measuring cylinder already with my thermometer in there. And to that, I'm going to add 1 spatula of copper carbonate. So copper carbonate is a green powder. We've met copper carbonate before. Into the beaker. At the moment, the acid is 17 degrees. I'll pour it in and then we'll see what happens to the temperature. Again, a lot of fizzing. You should be able to know what gas is being given off. And now that temperature is 20 degrees.